Thanksgiving Day. Great football at both ends. We don't have the Attleboro North final. You guys know it. We don't. Last week
turn the radio off.
Was the end of the third quarter, 1915. Good time to turn it off.
There you go. Going to hear the score. 2nd and a long 5 for the Shamrocks. 1:44 left in the ball game following the Coyle Cassidy timeout.
DeVerns and Warren in the backfield. The I formation. Cody calls a signal. The handoff this time will go to DeVerns. Penalty flag down. DeVerns is off to the races. And he's gone down the right sideline. The 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Dave DeVerns.
Penalty marker in the backfield, however.
Don't know whether it was illegal motion or
illegal
holding.
motion against the Shamrocks
That
is
was
the
the
call. We'll negate that play. Usually when it's markers in the backfield, it'll be against the offensive team, and that's what it is. And
no, illegal motion. Gil Martin threw the headset down and ran out 20 yards on the field this time to find out exactly what happened, and the rain has picked up.
Oh, yeah.
People are starting to scramble to the parking lot. We almost made it through the second half without any rain, but.
So that'll negate a 45-yard touchdown run there by
Dave DeVerns. Super run, off tackle, strung it outside. He just beat Doherty. Doherty was trying to chase him down, had him by the collar and slipped away.
Stops the clock, however, for the Warriors.
Chang's
also brings them back.
Chang calls in the play, gives it to Cody. Cody gives it to the huddle. Super day of football. You still have one more game left. Your listeners, I'll be listening to that one too. Mansfield, Foxborough.
In Memorial Park after this one.
Warren and Chang in the backfield. The handoff will come to Warren, right off guard, and he picks up 3 or 4 yards.
That's for our radio listeners, by the way, our cable listeners.
Oh, yes.
We'll go to the North Attleboro game on cable, Inland Cable Channel 8 and TCI Cable in Taunton and North Attleboro on Channel 27.
ICTV 8 and Cable 27, just to make sure so they get the right.
Timeout called by Coyle Cassidy on that after that run. 1:19 left in the contest. 3rd and about 7. The ball just shy of the 45-yard line. 46-yard line.
We won't go to a break here. Just to let the truck know.
Coyle Cassidy has been on the wrong end of a couple of very close games. They lost 15-14 to Middleborough at the very beginning of the year, and they lost to Taunton, their arch city rivals, 15-14 on a last-minute touchdown kickoff return by A.J. Vieira. So they've seen this end, but give both schools credit here this afternoon. The momentum's gone back and forth, back and forth. Neither school has quit. They've hung in there. We still got a minute and 19 seconds left. Big play here for the Shamrocks. I think a first down will seal it for them.
Oh, most definitely. 3rd and 7. Cody drops back. Gilmartin shows the confidence in him, and it's picked
Intercepted.
off. I believe that's
Third
Paps
interception,
again.
Not again.
And
Coyle's not done yet.
Coyle's going to pick up the ball at their own 41-yard line with 1:13, and we've seen 2 touchdowns score in this amount of time at the end of the first half.
It's been
Cody is not happy.
Who fumbles the less or who makes the less turnovers is going to win this game. We go from fumbles to interceptions. Bouvier had a big interception in the end zone as Coyle Cassidy was driving, and there Paps comes up with his own there. Doherty has an interception in this quarter.
I'm sure Coyle Cassidy just wanted another chance, and they have it. Decent field position. They have to go 60 yards for a touchdown. We don't know how long for a field goal. 1:13 seconds. Sorry, Bill. Paps rolls out to the right.
Room. He's going to keep it.
He's going to keep it. Warren and Fleming bring him down inbounds at the 45.
Good play there by Warren and Fleming to grab him. They were pulling him towards their own sidelines to keep him in. Clock continues to run. We're under a minute.
I wish we knew the timeout situation. I think they have 3 left. I'm going to go out and again. If Chris Lyle were here with Peter Gay, he would know how many. He's the timeout
right on
man.
There. 45 seconds.
Paps drops back again. Some rush by Feehan. He throws the ball away.
That's going to be grounding.
Oh, I don't know. It looked like he was getting tackled in motion.
That's why he was grounding, because he was going to get tackled. He should have.
Do you think he threw the ball into the ground, or do you think on the way down?
I think he tried to stop the clock. He loses it down. He gets called for grounding. I think that was a good call by Thatcher.
The referee agrees with you and not me. I thought his arm was in at least 3/4 motion. He was being dragged down he kind of let the ball go into the ground. He threw it kind of hard, so that might have been a giveaway. The referee reached for the flag. It took him a minute, but he got it down. We're going to take a break, 24-21 with 38 seconds left to go. Coyle has the ball third and a long 19 yards to go for the first down. We'll be back after this.
Where can you find?
Should have eaten it by now. We would figure out it must be past 3 o'clock.
Getting there, yes.
Yeah.
We'll be taking you as soon as this game is over to Memorial Park in Mansfield for the Hornets and Warriors, but we've still got 38 seconds left here. Third and long, third and about 20.
It doesn't look real good for Coyle Cassidy. They do have 2 chances here to pick up 19 yards. Paps. Little confusion now in the backfield for Coyle Cassidy.
Napier's on the wrong side.
They set up the wishbone. Powers left tight end. Napier on the right side now, wide right. The ball's at the 31-yard line of Coyle Cassidy. The drop back pass. Oh, just over the hands of Dave DeVerns. He almost picked that one off, and he would have been in the end zone. Kind of a quick drop back.
Yeah, but the game comes down to this play here. 4th and 20. Ball is on the 31-yard line of Coyle Cassidy, and they've got to get a first down.
They need to get to the 50-yard line for a first down. They haven't had a lot of success in the air. You got to look for some kind of a trick play, or maybe even you can't try a draw here. Ryan Mooney, the 5'11", 170-yard linebacker, trying to get the crowd going. He's playing in his last game here at Bishop Feehan, number 34, with a big cast on his left hand. Paps
This is it.
Calls the play. Carnea in motion. Paps drops back to the right side. Paps flushed out of the pocket.
Good coverage.
Throws a bad pass across his body. Chang picks it off and gets hit, and that could be the ball game.
That is the ball game.
With 25 seconds left to go, Bishop Feehan will have the ball, and Coyle Cassidy territory at the 38-yard line, and Bishop Feehan celebrates Chang with a big chunk of turf in his helmet, and he's played a heck of a game.
He's played, and if he's not the top candidate for that Balfour Trophy at the end of the game, we'll find out in a couple minutes. He's got to be second or third, but he's just played a couple touchdowns, couple interceptions, couple of key plays on special teams, offensively and defensively. Tony Chang having a whale of a ball game here, and Bishop Feehan will come away with the 1992 Thanksgiving win. They're 17th in the 30-game history.
DeVerns is back about 12 yards, making sure they don't return a fumble or a juggle. Cody took the snap, knelt on it, and with 16 seconds left, Coyle Cassidy's not giving up. McGonigal calls a timeout, still clapping, trying to keep his players motivated.
Both schools have had a outstanding season. That was Coyle Cassidy's final timeout, as Thatcher Kyle indicates that to us. But both schools, with both new coaches, new systems, have had outstanding seasons. Bishop Feehan will go to 6-4 overall. Coyle Cassidy will drop to 4-6. But both schools have had nothing to be ashamed about in this game or this season.
The rain picks up again here at Haywood. Bishop Feehan's going to have a nice Thanksgiving Day game after this victory. Dinner, I should say.
And for those of you watching on TV, Attleboro, North Attleboro is next. And Taunton and North Attleboro, and then Foxborough Mansfield on WRA. Cody takes the final snap, and that'll do it.
Some pushing and shoving going on. Coyle really wanted to get that fumble. I don't know what that kneel down is, but Bishop Feehan's got the helmets off, kneeling down on the field,
and that is it.
The ball game is over. Bishop Feehan defeats Coyle Cassidy by a score of 24-21. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back.
Attleboro.
And they're shaking hands. I saw Steve McGonigal come right over to the side of the field and give Joe, not a shake his hand, he gave him a nice big hug, because both in the same situation. And he said at the awards banquet, the Attleboro Hall of Fame banquet, not only hope this rivalry goes, I hope our friendship grows. And I think that's just indicative of the way these two schools not only played their seasons, but played today's game.
Two classy gentlemen. They did a great job. They obviously know their football, and you got to be happy for both of them.
See Gil Martin shaking the hands of the Coyle players too. Greg Napier, number 5. We're just waiting for the teams to get settled. We're going to have Dennis McQuaid, a representative from the Balfour Company, give away the LG Balfour Trophy to the most valuable player in the ball game. We'll try to pick up the ceremony. There's a wireless microphone on the field, and we'll do the best we can. Bishop Feehan did not score in the second half.
No.
They were up 24-15. Coyle Cassidy's only score. Greg Napier, a 14-yard pass from Chris Paps. In the fourth quarter, a very hard-fought quarter.
The Feehan players just doused Gil Martin with some water. That's going to feel cold, although he doesn't mind, I'm sure.
Player of today's game.
They are talking right now. The PA man is talking about the MVP.
About the 50-yard line.
Bob McQuaid.
It's Bob McQuaid. I thought it was Dennis. Bob McQuaid, representative from Balfour. Last year won by Pete McDougal of Coyle Cassidy.
I gotta tell you, this is one of the greatest games I've ever seen played on Thanksgiving Day. And both teams deserve an awful lot of credit. There's a lot of players out there that deserve this trophy. But today, probably wearing the number appropriately, number 1, it goes to Tony Chang.
So there you have it. Tony Chang wins the Balfour 1992 Bishop Feehan Coyle Cassidy Trophy.
Tony Chang had the first touchdown, a 25-yard touchdown run. Had some great defensive plays out there, some big gainers to set up a field goal, the Fiataroni field goal, which ends up being actually the game winner if you want to go back to the second quarter. Dave Fiataroni, a 20-yard field goal. And so Tony Chang gets the Balfour Trophy for 1992. And just an outstanding game, as Bob McQuaid said, probably the best game he's seen since he's been doing this, and I can say the same, and just a hard-fought game between the Shamrocks and the Warriors.
It's a shame someone actually had to lose that one. It's a shame someone actually had to lose that one, and it's a sad note. The seniors go out in their last game, and you
really don't want anybody to lose, and actually I think you would rather lose 47-0 and know that it was over by halftime rather than to come down. Coyle Cassidy had some opportunities, a great interception about 4 minutes to go in the game by, let's see if I can get it here. I can tell you the number. Greg Bouvier. If you remember going back in the fourth quarter, Bouvier was in the end zone, get the ball right out of Napier's, I believe it was Napier's hands. That was at 3:36, a couple of fumbles, momentum shifting back and forth, and I'll tell you, it was just a classic.
Well, it's about time we wrap this place up. We'll be sending you to Mansfield, Foxborough. The producer and director of today's game was Bob Jean. On cameras, Jim Hand, John Wade. The VTR operator and electric graphics were Judy Batchelor. Well, help me out with that one.
Batchelder. Judy. And we want to thank the cable people for coordinating the radio broadcast. It's kind of difficult trying to do radio and TV at the same time, but we did it.
We pulled it off.
We did.
We were slow at the beginning. We finished. I don't know how many people are still listening to us. Probably just my parents. Oh no, my grandfather's, because he's taping it. I appreciate it. Once again, for Bill Breen, this is Derek Barber. The final 24-21 coming up next here on WARA. The third game of our triple header. We started with Attleboro North. We went to Feehan Coyle, now to Foxborough Mansfield. Thank you for listening. This is Derek Barber and Bill Breen from Haywood Field.